Welcome to Weekend 101, the news you absolutely have to know this week. We begin with South Africa's favourite pastime, corruption. And this time, it's big business that's being caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Gangsters in designer suits and hard hats have allegedly swindled the taxpayer out of 30 billion rand. Let me say that again, 30 billion rand. On projects ranging from the Gautrain, FNB Stadium and the Kruger Development Project, it's alleged that big construction companies fix state and other corporate contracts to maximise their profits. And it's not little fly-by-nights either. It includes huge conglomerates like WBHO, Murray & Roberts and Group 5. Seriously, the same big business that moans about government being corrupt is doing the exact same thing? 30 billion rand. You know how many enkundlas that is? 150 enkundlas. And nobody is even pissed off about it. Elsewhere, the ruling ANC is set for a tumble with their Labour partner, the Congress of South African Trade Unions, over making education an essential service. The move would mean that teachers wouldn't be allowed to down tools and strike, something the governing party believes would improve our education system. Cosatu, on the other hand, believes that while education is essential, it shouldn't be made an essential service. The Trade Union Federation also suggests that the ANC is trying to suppress the rights of its citizens by taking away their right to protest. Now, before we all drown in a sea of amandlas and eluted continuos, get real. You know what will fix our education system? Textbooks. You know what else will fix our education system? 30 billion rand. Am I the only one that's pissed off here? Moving overseas, the US has defended their moves to use drone strikes against al-Qaeda, insisting they complied with US law and their constitution. President Barack Obama has got into the nasty habit as of late of sending unmanned military aircraft into foreign airspace to hit military targets. Among the most controversial of those killings were in Yemen, where 2 US citizens were killed in a drone attack, Anwar al-Awlaki and Samir Khan perished without ever actually having been proved of committing a crime. So the same guy who says that no country would tolerate missiles raining down on their citizens from outside its borders does the same thing on a regular basis. Can we spell hypocrite, Barack? Wait a minute, I'm still pretty pissed that those guys stole 30 billion from us. And lastly, the African Cup of Nations final, Nigeria and Burkina Faso take on each other this Sunday in Johannesburg. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be aiming for their first AFCON triumph since 1994, while Burkina Faso will have their first shot at the title. But let's be honest, we all stopped caring when Bafana were knocked out last week Saturday by Mali. Whoopee. That's your Weekend 101. I still can't believe that those guys stole 30 billion.